Welcome to where we uncover the truth behind nature's most devastating forces. Today we take you deep into the heart of the Himalayas to decode the science, politics, and survival stories behind one of the deadliest phenomena in India, the Himalayan cloudburst. A cloudburst is an extreme amount of precipitation in a short period of time, usually over a localized area, resulting in violent floods and landslides. Scientifically, it's defined as rainfall exceeding 100 mm, 3.9 inches per hour over a localized region. These are not ordinary thunderstorms. A cloudburst is characterized by sudden downpours, torrential rains in just minutes, violent winds, often accompanied by hail. But in mountainous regions like the Himalayas, the destruction multiplies tenfold due to the steep terrain, fragile ecology, and population density of pilgrimage sites. The Himalayas, with their unique geographical and meteorological characteristics, are cloudburst hotspots. Here's why. First, orographic lift. Moist monsoon winds from the Bay of Bengal crash into the steep Himalayan slopes. As the warm, moist air rises, it cools rapidly, forming dense clouds. In specific atmospheric conditions, these clouds become oversaturated and burst violently. Second, Himalayan microclimates. Each valley or ridge has its own microclimate. Sudden thermal gradients trigger localized cloud formations. Third, climate change. Studies by the Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, and IPCC reveal rising atmospheric moisture and unpredictable wind patterns. Himalayan glaciers are melting, altering hydrology. Increased sea surface temperatures affect monsoon intensity. Fourth, topographic traps. Narrow valleys act like funnels. When cloudbursts happen, there's nowhere for water to escape, leading to instant flash floods. Let's break it down across Indian Himalayan states, because every state tells its own story of tragedy and resilience. Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, Leh cloudburst, 2010. Over 200 deaths, 900 injured. Ladakh's cold desert lacks natural vegetation, worsening erosion. Unpredictable western disturbances have intensified. Himachal Pradesh, Kullu Manali region sees annual cloudburst events. In 2023, Kinnaur and Mandi faced landslides after cloudbursts. Hydro projects on Sutlej aggravate sedimentation. Uttarakhand, Kedarnath disaster, 2013. Triggered by cloudburst plus glacial lake outburst flood, GLOF. Alaknanda, Mandakini rivers overflowed. Badrinath, Kamoli and Pithoragarh are highly vulnerable. Sikkim, Teesta river flood risks increased by climate instability. Landslides after rainfall disrupt Gangtok and Lachung regularly. Arunachal Pradesh, Tawang and Itanagar suffer flash floods every monsoon. Limited disaster infrastructure. Assam, hill districts. Haflong and Dima Hasao experience sudden floods. Meghalaya and Nagaland, Mawsynram, world's wettest place, often faces cloudburst-type rains. In 1973, villagers in Uttarakhand hugged trees to protect their forests. This became the iconic Chipko movement. What saved parts of Kedarnath in 2013? Areas where forests were conserved through Chipko saw less damage. Natural barriers of dense deodar and rhododendron forests slowed runoff. Lesson: conservation saves lives. While hydropower promises clean energy, it's a risky business in fragile terrains. Dams alter river flow. Terry Dam affects Bhagirathi. Tunneling weakens. Geology. Char Dham road project cuts through sensitive zones. Tourism construction booms. Hotels near rivers block natural watercourses. Numerous reports from KG, IMD, and Wadia Institute have raised red flags. Example: in Kinnaur, Himachal, repeated landslides near hydropower tunnels show ecosystem stress. Cloudbursts strike without warning, but technology is advancing. Doppler weather radars installed in Uttarakhand, Himachal, satellite data, ISRO, real-time cloud monitoring, IMD no-casting alerts, location-based weather warnings, community warning networks, NGOs like Seeds, Gunj use local volunteers. Despite improvements, only 30% of the Himalayas are covered under early warning networks. Welcome back to... In part 1, we explored the terrifying phenomenon of cloudbursts and how the Himalayas are especially vulnerable due to their unique geography and climate. Now, we turn our lens toward the human factor, how our actions, construction habits, dam building, and infrastructure development may be amplifying the fury of these cloudbursts. Let's begin with roads. In the past 2 decades, Himalayan states like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh have seen a massive expansion of highways and mountain-cutting infrastructure. The Char Dham highway project in Uttarakhand alone involves cutting deep into unstable slopes. The Himalayan rock is young and fragile, and the blasting and excavation weaken it further. When rains come, landslides are more likely, and so are road collapses that block emergency access. Then come the hotels, parking lots, and markets built in ecologically sensitive zones. In towns like Joshimath, Shimla, and Manali, construction has exceeded carrying capacity. Drainage systems are poorly planned or entirely missing. When a cloudburst happens, there's no place for the water to go but downhill, fast. Hydropower projects have long been touted as clean energy solutions, but are they truly clean when they alter entire ecosystems? In Uttarakhand alone, there are over 100 large and small hydroelectric projects. Dams require massive tunneling and reservoir creation. This affects underground water channels, increases seismic activity, and leads to deforestation. During a cloudburst, reservoirs overflow and riverbanks break, causing flash floods downstream. The 2013 Kedarnath tragedy was amplified by such hydrological interference. The Mandakini River surged beyond capacity, and debris from construction upstream added to the destruction. Chipko movement was born in Uttarakhand to protect trees. But despite that legacy, deforestation continues. For every resort built, trees are felled. Without roots to hold the soil, cloudbursts lead to massive landslides. The ISRO National Remote Sensing Center has shown via satellite images how forest cover in many Himalayan districts has shrunk in the last 20 years. Areas like Rudraprayag, Chamoli, and Kulu show alarming trends. Landslides and floods follow predictably. CAG Report 2017 warned of ecological violations in over 60% of construction projects in Uttarakhand. Supreme Court Expert Committee 2020 concluded that Shah Dam Highway project is causing irreversible damage. IPCC 6th Report 2021 clearly mentions that human encroachment in the Himalayas is a key vulnerability. NIH, National Institute of Hydrology, found that urban development without proper drainage multiplies flood risk. Government schemes like Namami Gange aim to restore river health, but their success depends on enforcing rules. The NDMA, National Disaster Management Authority, has issued guidelines, but implementation is poor. On the other hand, NGOs like Himkon, Chirag, and Gunj are actively restoring degraded hillsides, planting trees, and educating villagers. Villagers in Himachal now avoid living near riverbanks. Some communities build check dams and revive traditional water tanks to manage water. But without large-scale structural changes, these are band-aid solutions. Welcome to part 3 of our special series on cloudbursts in the Himalayas. In the final part, we explore, can we really protect ourselves from this wrath? And if yes, how? India has made progress in weather forecasting. IMD now uses Doppler radars, but they are few. Most are located in big cities. Only recently have we seen installations in hill towns like Mukteshwar or Dehradun. What we need: dense sensor networks to detect sudden moisture surges, AI-based flood modeling to predict runoff paths, real-time mobile alerts with satellite linkage. Before GPS, there was observation. Hill communities tracked animal behavior, wind patterns, and insect movements. Birds flying low or sudden silence in forests were signs of an incoming storm. Reviving such wisdom through community workshops and school curriculums can create a hybrid warning model, traditional plus modern. Eco-sensitive zoning: no construction within 500 m of rivers. Slope-sensitive planning: avoid blasting and use bioengineering to stabilize slopes. Green infrastructure, permeable roads, rain gardens, and natural drainage must replace cement jungles. Afforestation with native species: oak, rhododendron, and deodar, not eucalyptus. Ban on riverbed mining: unregulated sand mining deepens riverbeds and speeds up flash floods. Rewilding programs: like the Chipko-era conservation, NGOs are reintroducing native fauna. Japan uses check dams, underground flood reservoirs. Switzerland, mandatory avalanche and landslide zones. Nepal, community-based afforestation under UN RED program. India can integrate such ideas while respecting local realities. Strengthen the EIA Environmental Impact Assessment process. Create a Himalayan Environmental Protection Act. Ban mass tourism in sensitive months, July-August. Promote agro-ecological livelihoods to reduce city migration. Cloudbursts are not merely weather events. They are a mirror held up to our broken relationship with nature. If we continue to blast, mine, and deforest the Himalayas, nature will retaliate. But if we choose humility, intelligence, and respect, there is hope. Infinite Archive believes in recording not just history, but the warnings of the present. Let this video be not a memorial to disaster, but a manual for survival. Thank you for watching.